Grandma's kitchen is the place to sit and watch and hope to taste. And while it's nice to smell a rose, it's Grandma's broth that thrills the nose. A dash of this and not too much will give that extra special touch. Though others try to give advice, love is Grandma's secret spice. While Benny napped on Grandma's bed with Rick-Rack Rabbit by his head, the smell of broth came floating through with dreams so real they could be true. Then Grandma's quilt turned into ground with cotton flowers all around, and Rick-Rack Rabbit hopped away to ask some friends to come and play. And in this dream, the two will learn variety must take its turn. And when you try to please too much, you lose that extra special touch. Benny blinked his eyes and looked up, then down, then to the left, and then to the right. All around him were flowers and bushes and trees, different from any he'd ever seen before.
Hey, this is a great place. Everything looks so soft and dreamy. Smells good too. Something like, vegetables or broccoli. That's it. I smell broccoli cooking.
Benny followed the broccoli smell through the woods and into a wide clearing. There, leaning over an old black cooking pot, was a cute little rabbit. He had a large stirring spoon in one hand and an old book in the other. He was mumbling to himself. Benny quietly crept closer to hear what the rabbit was saying.
I hope they like it. I'm just not sure. It may not be the right thing.
Hope they like what?
My broccoli soup. Hey, who are you?
My name is Benny.
Oh, well, my name is Rick-Rack. What are you doing here? How did you get here?
I just followed my nose. Your broccoli smells pretty good to me.
Well, you might like it, but I don't know if my friends will. I invited them over, and I want to impress them with a fine meal. But broccoli soup is the only thing I know how to cook.
Why wouldn't your friends like broccoli soup?
Well, they're not rabbits like me. One's a horse, one's a bear, and one's a dog. Oh, and there's a lamb coming, too. They all like to eat different things, you know.
I see what you mean, Rick-Rack.
I'm looking through this cookbook to find something everyone will like.
Hey, I know something they will all like.
Oh, what is it?
Black bean broth. My father is a chef, and that's his best recipe.
Whoa, that sounds good. But are you sure my friends will enjoy it? I really want to please all of them, you know.
I know they'll all like it. Let's just add it to your broccoli soup.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
Benny helped Rick-Rack gather up the black beans and spices for the broth. Then, as it all cooked, Rick-Rack sang one of his happy little songs.
I'd like to see the world a happy place. I'd like to see a smile on every face. I'd like to be friends with everyone. Oh, it would be so fun. Oh, it would be so fun. From mountain to mountain, from sea to sea. I wish that we could be like family, to laugh and play and sing and run. Oh, it would be so fun. Oh, it would be so fun. Together, that's how it's meant to be. Together, in peace and harmony. I'd like to see hope in every heart, and everyone feel like they're a part. I'd like to see love outshine the sun. Oh, it would be so fun. Oh, it would be so fun. Oh, it would be so fun. Oh, it would be so fun.
Rick-Rack tasted the black bean bean broth with broccoli again and again to make sure it was just right. When the broth was almost ready, the first of Rick Rack's friends arrived. It was Bobbin, the horse.
Hello, Rick Rack. Something smells good. Hi, Bobbin. Dinner's almost ready. We're having black bean broth with broccoli. Sounds good. Does it have any barley in it? Oh, no. The recipe doesn't call for any barley. Oh, that's a shame. Horses just love barley. It makes delicious things even more delicious. I just happen to have some with me, too.
Well, Bobbin, that sounds good to me. Then everyone will probably like it even more.
I know I would.
Rick Rack didn't know what to say. The black bean broth and broccoli already tasted just right. He knew everyone would like it just the way it was.
Well, you may add some barley if you like, but it won't be black bean broth with broccoli anymore.
That's all right, Rick Rack. We'll just call it black bean broth with broccoli and barley.
Bobbin poured the whole bag of barley into the broth. And just then, another of Rick Rack's friends, Threads the bear, arrived.
Hi, Rick Rack. What's cooking?
Black bean broth with broccoli and barley.
Sounds good. May I add some of these blueberries I brought? Bears just love blueberries.
Good idea, Threads. You don't mind, do you, Rick Rack?
Well, I never heard of anyone putting blueberries in black bean broth with broccoli and barley. That might ruin the broth.
No, everyone will love it.
You might be right, Rick Rack. Let's just put some in.
Threads added the whole basket of blueberries. The broth turned dark blue.
This doesn't look anything like black bean broth with broccoli and barley anymore.
Well, Rick Rack, now it's black and blue beanberry broth with broccoli and barley. It'll taste fine. You'll see.
Just then, Rick Rack heard an odd sound behind him. He turned and saw a calico dog dragging a large bone. It was his friend Snips.
Soup needs a soup bone. Here you go. I brought my favorite one. Oh, wait. That bone has dirt all over it. Well, of course it does. I buried it in the ground over a week ago. Dirt adds flavor to a bone. Oh, we shouldn't put a dirty bone into the broth.
Why not, Rick Rack? Bobbin likes barley, Threads likes blueberries, and Snips likes bones.
Yeah! Black and blue beanberry bone broth with broccoli and barley?
Sure. Don't you see? If everyone puts their favorite things in the broth, everyone will like it.
Rick Rack looked into the pot. The barley was sticking on the bottom, the blueberries were mashed on the sides, and the bone was floating on top of all the beans and broccoli.
It doesn't look very good.
Just stir it all together. I'm sure it will be fine.
Rick Rack stirred the broth, trying to blend the brew as best he could. Just then, Rick Rack's cute little lamb friend Lacey arrived.
Wait a minute. I got something to spice up the broth.
Great.
Rick Rack couldn't imagine what Lacey wanted to add to the broth, but he hoped it was something good.
Nothing's better than buttercups to make it taste just right.
Buttercups?
Buttercups. Yum, yum. I can hardly wait.
Now the broth not only looked bad, it was starting to smell awful, too.
This is gonna taste terrible, Benny.
I don't know, Rick Rack. I think your friends will like it.
Rick Rack set 6 bowls on his table and poured a little broth into each.
Dinner is served, my friends. Come and get it. The special black and blue beanberry bone broth with broccoli and barley and buttercups.
Oh, boy! I'm
Yes.
hungry.
Come on, Rick Rack. Join us.
I'll just watch, thank you. This'll be good broth with the barley in it.
With the blueberries making it even better.
And the bone adding flavor. And with the buttercups in it, it's sure a winner.
They all took their first taste at the same time.
Horrible!
This broth tastes terrible. What happened?
It's the buttercups. They don't belong in the broth.
It's the bone.
The blueberries are the problem. No, it's the black beans.
Friends, it's the barley and the blueberries and the bone and the buttercups and the black beans. Rick Rack's soup was fine until we all added our own favorites. I'm sorry, Rick Rack. We should have stayed with your recipe right from the start.
Oh, that's all right, Benny. I think we all learned a good lesson from it. Like they say, too many cooks spoil the broth.
Well, the sky said blue was the prettiest hue, and the river and the ocean thought so too. But the grass and the tree did not agree. They said that green was the color to be. Well, the apple thought the world should all be red, and the grape said purple was better instead. The lemon said yellow, and the rose said pink, and the rainbow wasn't sure what to think. Well, you can try, but you will find you can't please everyone all the time. Just listen to what your heart says to do and follow what you know is true. Well, you can try, but you will find you can't please everyone all the time. Just listen to what your heart says to do and follow what you know is true.
Why don't we throw out this awful stuff and start all over again?
That's a great idea.
This time we'll all just be quiet and watch. Maybe we'll even learn how to make your great broccoli soup.
The second batch of broccoli soup was delicious. Rick Rack, Benny, and all their friends had a wonderful time. And in this dream the two did learn, variety must take its turn. And when you try to please too much, you lose that extra special